After trying and holding the Fujifilm X-Half for myself, I can confidently say that everybody is wrong about this camera. Here is why. But first, hi, I'm Captain Awesome. This is Geekception. Consider liking, subscribing if you want to see more content like this. And, well, let's start with the hot takes. Okay, after spending about 45 minutes to about an hour with the Fuji X-Half, I think the first thing that actually jumped out at me is how this camera is actually not as small as everybody has been saying it is. Like, you know, I saw the photos, I saw the images, I saw the videos and everything, just like you have probably. And I thought to myself, yeah, this camera is really tiny, it's really small. And don't get me wrong, it is small, it is tiny, but it definitely is not super small, especially because it's actually pretty wide. I would say even wider than I thought it would be. Now, is it still a pocketable camera? 100% it is. I just felt that I needed to say that, yeah, it's not as, you know, tiny as perhaps I thought it was, and maybe you think it is as well. So this is not like a super, you know, extremely tiny camera. It is small, yes, but it is not minute. And the next thing is definitely vibes, and vibes is very important, especially because of this camera. And I am very happy to confirm that the vibes were great. It looks nice in person. You know, the film simulation screen there, I thought, you know, maybe it might not be as nice in person, but I was wrong. It was even nicer when I saw it in person. The small screen by the side, I didn't really like how small it was. And, you know, when I then used it in person there, it wasn't as bright as I would want it to be. But again, I don't think for this camera, you know, I'm looking to have like 3000 nits of brightness or anything. So I'll definitely say the vibes of the camera are great. The version I have here was the silver, but the one I pre-ordered is the chocolate silver. So this was not here. I would have loved to see that, but I cannot believe there was only one unit here. So Fujifilm Malaysia, I don't know what you guys are doing, but there's only one unit for everybody to try, and there was actually like a queue of people coming to see it. And I had asked the lady there on the day one how many people came. She said about 49 people, and I think at the time when I came there, I was the, I think, 15th person. So definitely people are coming to see the camera, and I can definitely tell you that the vibes of this camera are amazing. Sadly though, there was something that wasn't very great, and I think in the short time I spent with the X-Half, it was the autofocus. I struggled to get autofocus, and I think, yeah, of course, the place that I was testing it was quite dark. Well, it was not the most brightest place, I'll tell you for sure, but it still struggled with autofocus even in the set that they created there for the X-Half to showcase, you know, the cakes and all of that on the table. And of course, there's some sample shots on screen right now, I think, where I missed the autofocus. And of course, this might just be because I have not really tested the autofocus. I don't, you know, I did not tweak anything in the settings. And in fact, even when I went to f2.8, it was still pretty dark. So I did not get to play with the settings as much as I would like to. But I definitely know that my first impressions was like, ooh. Autofocus here doesn't look great. I'm not going to lie to you. So I hope it gets better. I hope this is just the, I would say, pre-production software. You know, they're going to make some tweaks before they actually release it and sell it to us. But definitely the autofocus here is not great. Thinking of another thing that I think is not great, I would say maybe it's just it's a bit too small, in the sense that I did mention that it's not small enough, but it's also that weird design. I think people that use the XE3 and the XT5 and, you know, cameras like that will be able to relate, where it has this really flat handle when you hold it. So there's a kind of weird color grip you have to use when you are holding the X-Half. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw Small Rig already announced a pre-order for the grip, which I think I'll be getting, and a few accessories such as the thumb grip. Now, speaking of the thumb grip, let's go to the Thumbwinder. Now, another thing that I like about this camera, of course, in general, is that Thumbwinder to be able to advance either to make a diptych or to be able to, in film mode, advance to the next film. But one thing I did notice was it was quite buggy, yeah? So there are 7 times where I pulled the Thumbwinder, but it just didn't go anywhere. I had to do it like 2 or 3 times. So again, I hope this is something that is because of the pre-production software. They can iron out the kinks later. It doesn't make it to the final version, but yes, that Thumbwinder, in theory, it looks like maybe a potential point of failure also, because you know, when I pulled it, it's not the most, I would say, solid of of contraptions. So yeah, it definitely, I would say, is one that I'm 50-50 on. I might not use it as much. I might, who knows? But yeah, it definitely did not leave me feeling very confident when it came to the X-Half, and I think this is one of the few things that did not make me feel confident about this camera. Okay, so after spending my brief hands-on time with the Fujifilm X-Half, what are my final thoughts? And if you're still on the fence about this camera, or potentially you've already pre-ordered it and you just want to see what I think, especially if you watch my previous video about the X-Half, link in the description down there below, is that I'm still keeping my pre-order, especially here in Malaysia, where I cannot cancel my pre-order, not even if I wanted to. A downside here for us in Malaysia is that it's going to take 3 months, or at least within 3 months, for them to deliver the camera. So I did chat with the online chat in the place where I purchased it on Fujifilm Malaysia's website, and they did mention that it will take 3 months. So I hope it's not fully 3 months. I hope it's within 3 months. That's a bummer if it takes 3 months or more to get this camera. And if it comes to just what I feel about the camera in general, there's like this annoying bird. I hope my mic does not pick it up because it's really annoying. Anyway, for the camera, I would say that it's definitely one where I knew that I would have to adjust my expectations. You know, this is the fun camera. Many people call it like a toy camera, derogatory, but for me, I think it's still a fun camera. And I think the thing with this camera is, even though I thought it's a fun camera, it's why I pre-ordered the camera in the first place, is when I then used it and, the autofocus is not great, maybe, the build quality is not as, good as my X-H2S that I'm using right here, or any of my other cameras. I kind of started having that thought that, oh, yeah, maybe this is not this camera, why is it this, why is it that? And I think I had to stop myself again, coming back to what this camera has always been about, which is just capturing the moment. And I think I was watching one of Cam Mackey's live streams about the Fujifilm X-Half, where he said that lots of tech heads have gotten into the camera space, and now they're just using, hey, what of buy this camera instead, buy the Olympus Pen whatever, Pen 1S, or buy the Fujifilm XM5, because if you add $50 more, you can get even better features. You can get 6.2K open gate and all of that. And to all those people, and if you're one of them, I do not mean it in a very bad way, but I just mean, but why don't you zip it? No, I mean, there's no morality attached here. Zip it. I think because you miss the main point of this camera, and I think it's not just a reminder to you, it's a reminder to myself as well, that this camera is just different. It's for a different market. And it's very funny because many photographers complained that the TikTokers have invaded the camera space. They are hoarding and buying the Fujifilm X100V, I think, during pandemic, and now the X100VI, and it's a travesty and all of that. We cannot buy any Fujifilm cameras anymore. So what did Fuji went ahead and did? They released the X-T50, if I'm not mistaken, and I wasn't a fan of that camera. I didn't like that camera at all, but you did not see me, throwing a fit about it. It had that film simulation dial where you couldn't even change it, and for me, I felt that was a bad misstep. It had the, what feature was that? It had the vertical, being able to shoot vertical video, which I like, but I just didn't like that camera. It was way too expensive in my opinion, but I zipped it. I kept my mouth shut. It's not for me, right? Same thing for when they released the XM5 as well. Now the XM5 looks like the perfect beginner camera. If I had not bought my XS20 as my second body, and I was under a budget, for example, I think the XM5 is a great choice. It doesn't have a viewfinder, it doesn't have IBIS, but if you're just starting out, for example, if I'm just on a tripod like this, I'm just at home, I want it for a second camera, I want it for a small enough camera that I can bring with me everywhere. I think the XM5 is great, but it again wasn't for me, especially because it ran out of stock very quickly here in Malaysia, and the retailers have just hiked up the price to the high heavens. So that camera is unattainable. So I zipped it as well. And now the X-Half, which I think I've been waiting for a long time, because again, I've been considering several cameras up until this stage, the Lumix S9, the Nikon ZF, as well as the X100VI. But for the prices, I think, you know, I would have to think about it a little bit more, especially because they are not cheap cameras. And also, speaking of the Lumix S9, I remember when that camera came out, and again, all of the people on Threads, on YouTube, bash the camera. What kind of nonsense camera is this? Who did they make this for? It's so stupid. It has no viewfinder. It's a cold shoe, blah, 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 blah. And now the S9 is one of the most beloved cameras that has come out in recent time. And in fact, I'm still considering picking up an S9 because of, you know, just how versatile that camera is. It's small, it's full frame. People who use it fall in love with it. The real-time LUT is a game changer, which even though I shoot on Fuji right here, I would also love to have, you know, being able to shoot LUTs just inbuilt in the camera itself, and it's ready to go. So all of these things, you combine it and you realize that, yeah, you know, not all cameras are for you and not all cameras are for me, and that is okay. And I think just wrapping it up is, if you get a chance to try the Fuji X-Half, I really do recommend you go check it out. If not, if you are just going to pre-order it, because you like it, because you can see yourself using it as a throwaway camera, you know, something you give the wife, something you give the kids, which is how I intend to use it. I would say go ahead and order it. Is it the best build quality? No. Does it have the best price to performance ratio? Also no. Is it going to, you know, upgrade your photography in a certain way that you can, you know, put it on a measurable metric? I would also say no. But I don't think that's the point of the camera, right? I think the point of the camera is being able to have something in your pocket with you, where anytime inspiration strikes, you're able to take the photo. You never have to overload your bandwidth with what camera to carry, what lens, are you going to process it later or not? Do you have to save the RAWs or not? No, it's just, you know, you have it here, you take your photos, you post it up to social media, you share it with your family and friends, and you have a great time, which is that not what photography is about? So I'm logging off. Hopefully I make another video when I get my Fujifilm X-Half, but please, if you've watched this far, please tell me, what do you think about the camera? What are your thoughts about the Fujifilm X-Half? Do you like it? Do you love it? Have you pre-ordered it? What are you looking forward to? Did you try it yourself? Did you like it? Did you hate it? All of those things and more, please let me know in the comments down there below. I would really appreciate if you click on my link to support me either via PayPal, buy me a coffee, or subscribe to the YouTube memberships here. As I love making videos, I'm doing this full time, so that will really go a long way as well, and you just be an awesome member here. And other than that, please text me when you get home so I know you got home safe. Watch out for tapirs. They're quite big, you know, and they're endangered, so you don't hit them on the road. And I shall catch you in the next one. Don't forget to stay awesome. Bye. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. And I think this was a quick smash and grab, which is what I call ideating the video, shooting it, editing it, and publishing it the same day. And I think I've had this thought since I went and had my hands on with the X-Half, but it was a very long weekend. I think over the weekend I did about almost 55,000 steps over Saturday and Sunday, so it took me a while to sort of rest, to recover. And I was also sick the entire last week, so which was why there was only one video, which was the video about the X-Half last week. But again, I really appreciate that you made it all the way here. I'm very excited about this camera, obviously. I still have my eyes on some other cameras, you know, I don't think that would ever stop, but I definitely cannot wait. I think for this video, one thing that I experimented with a lot is in my colors. So one thing I did was I tried to give each scene that I shot at, I tried to give it like a very deep, I would say, color philosophy, if that makes sense. I don't know, I don't even think that makes sense to me, but I think it will make sense eventually when I watch this back in the future, right? But yeah, just laying the foundations for having like really good, not just visuals but story and everything as well. So really enjoy making it. Hope you take care of yourself. And what's been going on with you? What are you excited about? What are some of the things you think I should check out? I started watching a new anime that you should absolutely check out if you are into anime. It's called Shangri-La Frontier, SLF, and it's amazing. One of my friends put me onto it yesterday. It's still unbelievable that this is something that I can watch right now. So if you're looking for something to watch, I really recommend that. Anyway, that's been it for this end credit scene. Thank you so much for making it here. leave hashtag SLS. So I know you made it all the way to the end of the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Please make sure you take care of yourself. Okay. All right. Bye.